Princess Anne raised her elbow on the wedding steps and blocked Camilla out of the family photograph. Judi James confirmed it to the Express, a barrier gesture. April 9, 2005. 15 warnings, not in speeches, in body language, in cold shoulders. In 50 years of watching the same woman operate the same playbook on 3 different people. Anne lost her boyfriend to Camilla in 1973. Then watched Camilla take her brother. Then watched Diana pay the price. We're going through all 15. Warning 15 is the one Anne delivered with her entire career. William is building his reign on it. Let's count them down. Number 1. She's opportunistic. This is the one that got to me. 2021. A royal insider shared with New Idea. Anne has always found Camilla opportunistic, and with her and Prince Charles's roles being widened, she's really throwing her weight around. Opportunistic. That specific word. Coming from the woman who completed 478 engagements in a single year. Anne doesn't throw words around. She's the most disciplined communicator in the royal family. She chose that one because she's watched Camilla for 50 years, and that's the word that fits. Not ambitious. Ambitious people build, not driven. Driven people create. Opportunistic. Someone who waits for the opening and walks through it. Charles's unhappy marriage was the first opening. Diana's death was the second. Charles's cancer is the third. And Anne has watched the same woman walk through every one. But that insider didn't stop there. The same source gave 3 more warnings in the same interview, and each one is worse than the last. Number 2, she's throwing her weight around. Same insider, same interview, same year. She's really throwing her weight around. That phrase isn't about personality, it's about power, territorial power. Anne was telling William, Camilla isn't staying in her lane. She's expanding, taking space that isn't hers, pushing into decisions, into access, into influence that the title of Queen Consort was never designed to carry. A separate palace source later confirmed the same pattern, telling reporters that Camilla charges around barking orders, tearing into anyone who doesn't fall into line. The palace told Diana she was too popular. They told her she was overshadowing Charles. They punished her for taking up space. Now Camilla is doing the opposite. She's not overshadowing anyone. She's creeping, quietly taking more territory while everyone watches the king's cancer updates. And Anne saw it happening before anyone else in the family raised an alarm. Number 3, she's driving a wedge. Same source, 2021. The insider revealed to New Idea that Anne had confided in friends that Camilla was driving a wedge between herself and Charles. Think about that for 1 second. Anne is Charles's sister. They grew up together. They survived the same childhood, the same parents, the same institution. 60 years of sibling history, and Camilla put herself between them. Diana described to Andrew Morton how the affair made her feel isolated inside her own marriage. She couldn't reach Charles. He was always somewhere else. His mind, his phone, his weekends at Highgrove. Camilla was the wall between them. Now Anne is describing the same wall. Different decade, different victim, same architect, same bricks. And Anne was showing William exactly what she saw. Camilla separates people from the people who love them. She did it to Diana. She's doing it to Anne. And if William doesn't see the pattern, he'll be next. I really want to get to warning 9. That's the one Anne hid inside a compliment on national television. But first, 4 through 8. Because those 5 are the warnings that went beyond words. Access, body language, silence, protocol, fear. And Camilla felt every one. Number 4, she rarely gets alone time. 4 warnings in 1 conversation. Same source. Same sitting. New Idea reported that Anne rarely gets any alone time with her brother to share her concerns about the direction of the monarchy. Read that again. The Princess Royal, born into this family, served the crown for 55 years, completed more engagements than any other royal in history, and she can't get a private conversation with her own brother because of Camilla. Diana described the same thing to Andrew Morton. She couldn't reach Charles, couldn't break through. Every door had Camilla on the other side of it. Anne is living a version of what Diana lived. The difference is Anne can see it clearly because she's not married to him. She's not in love. She's not hoping it will get better. She's just watching the same woman run the same isolation play she's been running since 1986. And she's making sure William sees it. The woman who cut his mother off from his father is now cutting his aunt off from his father. Watch the pattern, because the pattern doesn't change. Number 5. The elbow on the steps. April 9th, 2005. Charles and Camilla's wedding at Windsor Guildhall. The Queen didn't attend the ceremony. She showed up for the blessing only. Philip stood back. And Anne? Body language expert Judi James told the Express, Anne stands closer to her brother to apparently push Camilla out of the small group, even raising her arm so that her elbow forms a barrier gesture, a barrier, made with bone and intent, on the wedding steps, in front of every camera in Britain. William was 22 years old, standing on those same steps, less than 8 years after walking behind his mother's coffin on live television at 15 years old. He watched his aunt raise her arm and physically block Camilla from the family photograph. That image doesn't fade. It sits in the same part of William's brain that holds his mother's funeral. You don't forget who blocked the door, and you don't forget who tried to walk through it. And Camilla felt it, because warning 6 is what happened on the other side of that elbow. Number 6, she left Camilla petrified. The list reported that Anne left her sister-in-law petrified at the 2005 wedding. Petrified. Not nervous, not uncomfortable, petrified. The woman who spent 30 years being rehabilitated by Mark Bolland and Operation PB. The woman who had an entire PR team managing her image and controlling her narrative. That woman was terrified of one person in that building. Not the Queen, not Philip, not the hundreds of press outside. Anne. Because Anne is the one person in the royal family that Camilla can't charm, can't manage, can't get around with a smile or a warm gesture or a press-friendly moment. Diana couldn't find a single ally inside the palace walls. She fought alone. She died alone. Anne is the ally Diana never had, and Camilla knows it. That's why she's petrified. Not because Anne is cruel, because Anne sees through her, has always seen through her. And Camilla knows that what Anne sees, Anne tells William, stay with me. Because 7 and 8 are the warnings Anne delivered with silence and timing. And I had to read both of them twice before I understood what she was doing. Number 7. 18 years of silence. Anne refused to say a single positive word about Camilla in public for 18 years. From the 2005 wedding to the 2023 BBC documentary, Charles III, The Coronation, 18 years of being in the same family, 18 years of being at the same events, the same state dinners, the same Trooping the Color, the same Christmas broadcasts, asked about Camilla in interviews, given opportunities to defend her, and not one compliment, not one warm word, not one defense, for 18 consecutive years. The warning wasn't in what Anne said, it was in what she refused to say. 18 years of silence from the most respected member of the royal family is a verdict. It says, I'm watching. I haven't decided, and I won't pretend for the cameras. Diana's trust was given instantly and broken immediately. Anne's trust takes 18 years to consider. That's what she was telling William. Make Camilla earn every single inch. She hasn't finished earning yet, and she may never. Number 8. The protocol she wouldn't break. November 2024, University of London. Anne, as Chancellor, presented Camilla with an honorary doctorate of literature. As they entered the ceremony room together, Camilla gestured for Anne to walk in first, a warm offer, a gesture of familiarity, an attempt to break protocol and create the illusion of closeness between equals. Anne smiled and refused. Fox News, E! News, and the Daily Express all covered it. The Queen enters first. Protocol is protocol. Camilla tried to build closeness. Anne turned it into a reminder of rank. The warning, she'll try to blur the lines. She'll offer warmth. She'll gesture toward friendship. Don't confuse gestures with earned respect. Diana trusted gestures. Anne trusts protocol, and protocol protects you when gestures don't. And now warning 9. The one Anne put on the BBC, in front of millions, hidden inside a sentence that sounded like a compliment. Number 9. Not a natural for this role. 2023. BBC documentary, Charles III. The Coronation. After 18 years of silence, Anne finally spoke about Camilla on camera. Here's exactly what she said. This role is not something that she would have been a natural for, but she does it really well, and she provides that change of speed and tone. Read that again slowly. Not a natural. 6 words buried inside a compliment. Anne praised Camilla's effort, but she planted a distinction in the middle of that praise that tells you everything about how she really sees her. Not a natural. Diana was a natural. The camera loved her from her first public appearance. The country loved her. The world loved her without a strategy deck or a code name. Anne was a natural. 478 engagements at 74 with a black eye from a horse. Camilla is not a natural. She's a project, a managed product. And Anne made absolutely sure the BBC recorded that distinction for history. 9 warnings. The word, the weight, the wedge, the access, the elbow, the fear, the silence, the protocol, the compliment that wasn't. And every single one is about the same woman doing the same thing she's done for 50 years. I really want to get to 15. That's the one Anne has delivered with her entire life. But first, 10 through 14, because those are the warnings Anne is delivering right now, in real time. While Camilla is still wearing the crown. Number 10, the luxury vacation that crossed the line. While Charles was managing cancer treatment and scaling back public duties, Camilla took a solo luxury holiday abroad. A palace source shared with reporters that Princess Anne was particularly annoyed. The source said Camilla's trip upset the whole royal family, especially the Princess Royal and the Prince of Wales. William and Kate were reportedly annoyed too. Anne completed 478 engagements in 2025. She came back from a horse-related concussion in 3 weeks with a black eye and kept working. And the Queen went on a luxury vacation while the King had cancer. Diana would never have left Charles's side during a health crisis. Anne would never leave duty for a vacation. Camilla did both, and the warning is in the contrast. She prioritizes comfort over duty. She always has. She always will. And the people who actually work, like Anne, see it clearest. You've probably watched Anne at royal events for years and never connected what she was doing. Warning 11 is the one that connects everything. Number 11. She was there at the beginning. Here's what most people miss. Anne introduced Charles to Camilla. In 1970, Anne was dating Andrew Parker Bowles at the time. Camilla was in their social circle. They all knew each other. And Anne was there at the very start of everything that came after. The affair, the engagement to Diana, the destruction of that marriage, the tape, the confession on ITV, Diana's death in a tunnel in Paris, the 30-year rehabilitation, the second wedding, the coronation, the 42%. Anne has watched every single chapter from inside the family, not from tabloids, not from biographies, from the next room, from the same dining table, for 50 years. There is no one alive who has watched Camilla operate longer or closer. The warning to William is built into that proximity. I was there before your mother met your father. I've seen what this woman does. I've seen it from closer than anyone on earth. Trust what I saw. Number 12. Doesn't sound like a good idea. May 2023. CBC interview. Days before the coronation. Anne was asked about Charles's slimmed-down monarchy. The idea that fewer working royals could serve the public more efficiently. Her answer: it doesn't sound like a good idea from where I'm standing, I have to say. Marie Claire and GB News covered it. She publicly contradicted the king's vision, days before his coronation, with the world watching. The warning to William: a slimmed-down monarchy serves Camilla. Think about why. Fewer working royals means fewer people for the country to compare Camilla to. Fewer engagements means her work rate isn't exposed against Anne's 478. A bigger institution creates more accountability. A smaller one hides the gap. Anne wants more royals working, not fewer, because more work means more transparency. And transparency is the one thing Camilla's entire rehabilitation was designed to prevent. Diana filled every room she entered. Anne fills every schedule she's given. A smaller monarchy just gives Camilla fewer rooms to be compared in. William heard that, and he's building accordingly. And warning 13 is the one Anne delivered in 6 words that should keep Camilla up at night. Number 13, no retirement program, January 2025, BBC. Anne was asked about slowing down. Her answer, I don't think there's a retirement program on this particular life. Richard Fitzwilliams told Fox News Digital, Princess Anne has made it clear she disagrees with the concept of a slimmed-down monarchy. Helena Chard added, how can Princess Anne retire? The slimmed-down monarchy needs her. The warning to Camilla is inside those words. There's no retirement program, no guaranteed title, no permanent seat, no position that automatically survives a reign change. Diana's HRH was stripped overnight. Andrew's titles vanished in October 2025. Nothing about the crown is permanent. Not for a princess who earns 70%, not for a queen who borrows 42%. And when the reign changes, the man deciding Camilla's future is the son of the woman Camilla replaced. That's not a coincidence. That's the receipt. 2 warnings left, and these 2 tell the whole story in numbers and in a lifetime. Number 14, the 70 versus the 42. January 2026, YouGov, Statista. Same month, same tracker. Anne, 70% positive, Camilla. 42% positive, 28 points, same family, same institution, same country being polled. Anne earned her number through 55 years of showing up. Rain, snow, hospital wards, military bases, foreign tours. No PR team, no code name, no strategy deck. Camilla earned hers through a 30-year rehabilitation campaign codenamed Operation PB. Managed appearances, strategic leaks, controlled photographs, 30 years of professional image management. And the country gave Camilla 42%. That's not approval, that's tolerance. And tolerance doesn't survive a reign change. The numbers are Anne's clearest warning. 28 points between earned and borrowed. Diana's memory pulls higher than both of them. And William can read a chart. Number 15. She knows the playbook. She lived it first. This is the warning Anne has delivered with her entire life. She lost Andrew Parker Bowles to Camilla in 1973. Watched Camilla leave that man for Anne's brother. Watched the affair destroy Diana's marriage. Watched Diana walk behind a brave face for 15 years. Watched Diana die in a tunnel in Paris. Watched the 30-year rehabilitation campaign try to make the country forget. Watched the country boo at the coronation. Watched the 42%. And through all of it, Anne kept working. 500 engagements a year, 55 years. No PR campaign, no code name, no managed introductions, no luxury vacations while the king had cancer. Just work. Because Anne knows the one thing Camilla never learned and Diana always understood. You can borrow a crown, you can manage an image, you can lobby for a title for 17 years, but you can't borrow trust. Trust is earned, day by day, engagement by engagement, hospital by hospital. And Anne earned hers the same way Diana earned hers, one showing up at a time until the country needed them. The country needs Anne at 70%. The country needed Diana at a number nobody ever had to measure because it was obvious. The country has never needed Camilla, not once. Not at 42%, not at any percent. And William knows the difference because Anne spent 28 years making sure he saw it. Every engagement, every cold shoulder, every raised elbow, every year of silence. All of it was the same warning. She hasn't changed. She won't change. And the country knows. Those were the 15 warnings Anne gave William about Camilla, delivered in one explosive interview, in body language on the wedding steps, in 18 years of silence, and in 55 years of proving that the crown is earned, not borrowed. Diana taught William what to feel about Camilla. Anne taught him what to watch for, and the 15 fortunes Camilla will lose when Charles is gone are proof that William heard every warning. If you want to see those 15 fortunes, that video is right here.